What's up, guys? It is Switch Knife, and welcome to my 500 subscriber Q&A. And it definitely has been a while since I've last uploaded a video. Last week I asked you guys that I'll be doing a Q&A for 500 subscribers, and yeah, here I am. Today we're going to be answering all my questions. I've gotten a lot of questions. I gotten a total of 10 questions, a couple from Twitter and a couple from YouTube comments. I asked you guys to ask either from Twitter or YouTube comments, so we're going to start that. But real quick, in the background, you're going to see a Redwood gameplay. Right now I'm not really actually going to see the gameplay myself. I'm just going to record the audio for now. But for the gameplay, it's nothing too special. It's just a Redwood gameplay with the wrench. Pretty good gameplay nonetheless. It was on Redwood. I barely do good on Redwood. So hopefully you guys enjoy that in the background. It's really crazy that we actually hit 500 subscribers, and soon we'll hit 1,000. We're only halfway there. So yeah, big thanks to you guys for that. All right, so starting our Q&A, we are going to be answering questions from Twitter first, and then we'll go to YouTube comments. So the first question comes in from Sona Baked or Lex, and he asks, have you ever been to the Big Clock? I think what you mean is when it's New Year's and you guys see that ball drop when you guys watch TV during New Year's Eve, and like I think that's what you mean for that question. No, Lex, I haven't been there, even though I've lived in New York City for all my life. I've never been to that clock place, whatever whatever you're referring to. I think that's what you're referring to. I don't know, but other than that, no, I haven't been to London. I've seen the Big Ben. All right, the next question comes in from Swoop or Soup Dynasty, and he asks, Shovel Knights? Question mark? Question mark? For those of you guys who don't know, I started a Let's Play of Shovel Knight like back in November, last November, and I only did like 2 episodes, and then I cut off the Q&A. I mean, not the Q&A. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I cut off the Let's Play. I stopped doing episodes for Shovel Knight. But yeah, Swoop, I will be doing Shovel Knight again. I'm not completely done with that series. Right now, the problem is that I don't really have a good setup. Maybe I could get Shovel Knight for the PS4, so it'll be easier because I have Shovel Knight on the Wii U. So the problem with that is I have to move the Wii U from my from my living room to my room. So it's really is a pain in the ass to do that. So maybe if I get Shovel Knight for the PS4, then I'll continue the Let's Play. Or other than that, I'll have to wait for a good setup. So yeah, that's what's gonna go on with Shovel Knight. The next question comes in from Sly Knives, and this is a pretty tough question. He asks, top 5 favorite knifers. Hashtag ask Switch. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not gonna list these knifers in order. I don't know. I'm just gonna list these knifers, just top 5, like not in order, but just 5 knifers that I really like. But first 2 are definitely gonna be you, Sly. You're really cool, good knifer, cool person. Then we got Blade Utility, Only New Blade. Who else? Slay by Blade and Knife Handler. Those are probably my 5 favorite knifers. So yeah, I don't want to do a top 5 because then it'll, I don't know. I don't like favoritism, so I just listed by 5. So thanks for the question, Sly. All right, so the next question comes in from at Musaki San Knives. So he asks, how did you come up with the name Switch to Knife, and what made you start knifing? How did I come up with the name Switch to Knife? So basically, like when I found out about the whole knifing scene back in like 2012, like I saw Knife Handler's video on Only Use Blade's channel, and then I found out about his videos and Knife Handler, and then from Knife Handler I found out about Slay by Blade, and then from there I started seeing all these other knifers that also do the same thing as Only Use Blade. So I remember going to school in, I think I was in 11th or 10th grade. I don't know. I don't remember what grade I was before I started Switch Knife. But I remember like listing down, this is so embarrassing. I remember like writing down all the ideas for all the knifing names I was going to come up with. And the sad part is that, most of them were taken, obviously. But then I had like, only like up to this part, like I had 2 knife just left because I wanted something to end with a knife or 2 or, blade or something like that. But I wanted to come up with something unique. So, and then I decided, you know what, I'm switching to becoming a knifer. So I decided to put Switch to Knife because it represents, I switched to knife or switch to knifing or something like that. So that's how Switch to Knife was born, the gamer tag or my channel name anyway. And what made you start knifing? What made me start knifing is that it was back in 2012 during the Modern Warfare 3 days, and I think it was like, I've been playing Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2, obviously, so Modern Warfare 3 was out during that time before Black Ops 2 came out, and I was really bored, like I wasn't really enjoying Call of Duty. I was so close to quitting Call of Duty, not playing Call of Duty games anymore. So one day I was playing Modern Warfare 3 and just browsing through my YouTube subscriptions, and I saw Only Blade's video come up on my subscription box because I've been subbed to him before, like during the Black Ops days. So I saw his video in the description, my sub box, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go knife only. So I looked up what class he was using, put on a tack knife on Model 3 and a throwing knife, and I just tried it and I ended up liking it. You know, I just love the feeling, you know, when you're throwing a throwing knife, and the feeling where you get the bullseye tag on when you hit someone. It was just awesome. I just started loving. So that's how I started knifing and what made me start knifing. So thanks for the question, dude. All right, so the next question comes in from Gunhearted, and favorite YouTuber to watch other than me, obviously. God damn it. But yeah, other than my Switch to Knife account, I watch a lot of YouTubers. Like outside my Switch to Knife account, like only on my Switch to Knife account, I'm only subscribed to knifers, like only knifing content. But I have another channel where I watch like a lot of YouTubers outside of the Call of Duty community. I watch like vlogs, pranksters, news channels, science channels. I watch like a shit ton of YouTube videos. But my favorite YouTuber, I don't really have a favorite YouTuber. I watch a lot of people like here and there. Like I don't really have that one person where I'm excited to watch. I guess I'll name a few like Roman Atwood Vlogs, Casey Neistat, Boogie2988. Who else? Sleep Up Blade is pretty cool. Only Blade. Drifter. Like I watch a lot of people, dude. Like, but yeah, I don't really have a favorite YouTuber, but I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. So thanks for the question. And the last question from Twitter comes in from Benzie Garner, and he asks, "What's your favorite moment in gaming?" This is a pretty tough one because I played a lot of video games in my time, obviously, but probably my favorite moment in gaming was, it was a pretty tough one. I think it was when I got my PS3. My second game I got with my PS3 was Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And I remember starting the game, and you know, I saw Nathan Drake just hanging off from a train, like in the first mission of the game. My mind was just blown. I'm like, holy shit, what a start to a game! You know, it was just crazy. If you guys haven't played Uncharted 2, I highly recommend playing Uncharted 2. It's a really awesome game. Even the whole Uncharted series is pretty awesome. So that was my favorite moment in gaming, Benzie. Thanks for the question. All right, so we finished the questions from Twitter. So now we are going to finish things off by answering questions from the YouTube comments from my Q&A announcement video. So the first question from there is from Preston Lee, and he asks, "Do you remember Plea 05?" Not really, no. I don't remember a lot of people that I used to play with or ask me like, "Hey, you should play with me," or whatever. So no, I don't really remember playing with Plea 05. But be sure to remind me who we were, or who was that person. Next question comes in from Gabe Nichols, and he asks, "Why did you call yourself Switch to Knife?" I already answered that, Gabe. You know, basically wrote down all those gamer tags I was going to choose and ended up writing Switch to Knife because I was going to switch to knifing, you know. So I already answered that, so you could look back, and you probably already know that by now. So thanks for the question, Gabe. Next question comes in from These Knives Only, and he asks, "What game did you start knifing on and why?" I already answered this. It's basically Modern Warfare 3. And why? Because I was bored of using a gun, and I was so close to quitting Call of Duty, and I just decided to slap on a knife. So, and the detailed explanation is the question before. So thanks for the question, TKO. The next question comes in from Axie, and he asks, "What are your favorite games of all time?" Oh man, my favorite games of all time would have to be Modern Warfare 2 because it was my favorite Call of Duty, and it was my first Call of Duty, so I loved that game to death. My second favorite game, this is not in order, I'm just saying it like on top of my head, one of my favorite games. Next favorite game is probably Uncharted 2. I love that game. Uncharted 2. And my number one overall favorite game of all time has to be Super Mario 64. I loved that game as a kid. I played it on the DS. I never had the N64 because Super Mario 64 originally came out on the N64 back in like 96 or something. And I never had the N64. But the game that I did have was the remake on the DS. So it was really cool. It was essentially the same game except with, you know, added features and stuff. But I remember playing that game a lot when I was like 9, 10, 11 years old. Beating that game like twice. It was awesome. That was my favorite game of all time, Super Mario 64. Thanks for the question, Max. Alright, so the next question comes from Mo Nani, and he asks, "How well do you remember, and what is the main thing that keeps you driven and motivated to keep doing YouTube videos, COD videos in particular?" How well do you remember me? I don't really remember you. I've met so many people by playing Call of Duty and YouTube, but be sure to remind me in the comments who you were. But the second part of the question on what keeps you driven and motivated, probably like watching other people like gaining subscribers. Like every time I see, you know, people that have a higher subscriber count than me, like, you know, Slay by Blade, who has 20,000 subscribers now, that just kind of keeps me motivated. Like, you know, if you keep uploading videos, eventually you'll gain subs. And, you know, I like playing COD sometimes with my friends, just chillaxing, and I like knifing. So That just keeps me motivated, just watching other people succeed, and knowing that I'll probably succeed too if I work hard on YouTube. That's what probably keeps me motivated from doing YouTube videos. So the next question comes in from Banks a lot, and he asks, "Why is Dimwit so cringeworthy?" I don't know, Banks a lot. Sometimes when I play with Dimwit, I just cringe within myself and just ask myself, why is this guy even speaking? I'm just kidding, I love you, Dimwit. But yeah, Dimwit is just overall naturally cringeworthy. He always makes me cringe, so thanks for the question. Next question comes from Dimwit himself, and he asks, "Why haven't you shown the quad I split you in with full reaction? I'm waiting." If you guys didn't know, like about a month ago, I was playing with Dimwit, and he's one of my close friends I play with all the time. I was playing, and he actually split me with my quad axe. So I'm probably gonna upload that soon, Dimwit. I could upload it right now, but I'm not gonna choose to, just because I could bother you. But yeah, thanks for the question. The next question comes in from Blade Utility, and he asks, "What are your goals for YouTube and life?" Pretty good question. As far as for YouTube goes, I just want to hit a 1,000 subscribers. Obviously, maybe someday, eventually make this into a career, or like make this my dream job, whatever. I know I'm like really far off, but who knows? A guy could dream, But that's my overall dream for YouTube. And for life is probably, to graduate college and try and find something that I want to do in college, because right now I still don't know what I want to do in college. And probably the same thing to YouTube, like, make YouTube videos for a living and make that into a career and stuff. So that's what my basic, goals are for YouTube and life. So thanks for the question, Utility. Alright, so the last question once again comes in from Gunhearted, and he asks, "If you could have personally witnessed anything, what would you have want to have seen?" Man, this is a deep question. I don't really know. There are so many things in life that people wish they could have witnessed and just could have seen with their own eyes. I don't know, man. Honestly, I do not know. It's a pretty tough question. Maybe I should put a separate commentary into this, but I don't know. Like, I'm very like historic. Like, I'm really intrigued in history. So, what I really would want to witness is New York in like the 20s and 30s. Like I always wanted to see like how New York and basically other big cities were in like the 20s and 30s, because that time was like really popular. With cinemas and gangsters and all the crime and all the it was like 20s and 30s were pretty good, except for the Great Depression, obviously. So that's the part where I would try and witness, like if I wish I could go back and witness myself. So but other things as well. That was just something off my top of my head. So that's the one thing I could have witnessed. So alright guys, that's gonna do it for my Q&A. Thank you for everyone who asked a question for my Q&A for 500 subscribers. I really do appreciate all you guys who asked a question, and it was really fun doing this Q&A. I will do some more again in the future. My next one is probably going to be when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll probably do it every 500 subscribers. So yeah, we're not too far off, only like halfway there. So and I'm also going to do a face reveal at 1,000 subscribers. So I'll do both Q&A and a face reveal. So but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys all the support so far on my channel, and hopefully we could keep things moving, and keep going and keep gaining subs, and have fun while doing this. And I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully sometime within this week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.